Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rush Racing League evaluation round number 2 at Brazil, Interlagos for Division 1. Last week we had Bahrain. This week it is Brazil for all of the divisions. Hope everyone is having a beautiful Saturday evening, and hope everyone has enjoyed the F1 movie as it is out and you've gone to see it. Please do not give me any spoiler alerts because I've not seen it as of yet. So, yeah, keep that pretty quiet. But small grid tonight, but still 10 fantastic drivers which are going to go at it tonight at Brazil. I'm your host and commentator, SJ, and I'm joined by the new TP, and I said it last week, of Mercedes, VLT, Vettel, and reigning Division 5 champion.
G'day SJ, g'day everyone, it's great to be back. I have seen the F1 movie, I saw it earlier today. I won't say anything, I'll just say it is awesome.
Out of 10?
A very good movie. 10.
10?
By far, probably one of my favourite movies of all time.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Brad Pitt is a great actor. There was a lot of very, high quality scenes. There was a few miss-ups, so I'll give you a little hint. There was some races, there was the 2023 cars, and some races the 2024 cars. So it was a bit confusing at times, because you could see Kick Sauber sometimes, Kick Sauber no times. You see Alfa Romeo. But other than that, other than the little slip-ups, it was a very good movie. I'm sure I'm loving to talk with everyone about it very soon.
Yeah, we'll go and see. I'm going to see it next week.
Nice.
So, yeah, we'll see how we go. But anyway, what do you think we're going to see here? Obviously, we saw the light of Campbell and Stig last week in Bahrain due to a few penalties. Obviously, Campbell took the win. We've got a few different drivers. Obviously, this week is no traction. So these guys have really got to get used to running no traction. We gave it a little bit of open because we collaborated Division 2 and Division 1 together. But yeah, how do you feel it's going to go this week at Brazil for Division 1?
It'll be very quick. We're seeing drivers, Season 7 champion Cameron, Season 8 champion Chandlers. I don't know if there's anyone others are Div 1 champions, but they are all insanely quick. We're seeing Squash, Josh, and G-Force Nick are the ones on a lap right now. So we will go on board. We'll go on board with G-Force Nick. Just finishing Sector 1 now. He's did a not too bad of a lap time, sector time, going through the hard right-handers, the ones where you got to brake really and sometimes have your ERS on none or medium. Stays in gear 3, keeps the throttle on medium. Just lifts a little bit coming through that left-hander, not really a hairpin. Here goes the hard right-hander. These are the ones where you can't go too wide. Going through this left-hander with just finishing Sector 2 up now, going onto the main straight and back straight. Here's where you got to burn all that ERS. You keep your ERS, till this main straight, and you burn it all now. You want to try and get deploy used as you finish the line. He's on 5.4. He gets a 1:08.082. So that's not bad of a lap from GeForce Nick. He is 4 and a bit tenths behind Squash Josh, who finished the lap just before. Yeah,
interesting lap there for GeForce Nick. 1:08 flat, near enough. Obviously, Squash Josh does a 1:07.678. So, yeah, we can definitely tell that some people have got the grips of this game and some people haven't. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. We've got a few of drivers from Division 2 in here as well tonight, so they're giving it a go with no traction, and then also a few Division 1 drivers. So just to give you a bit of a heads up on people that are jumping into the chat asking lots of questions, Jono is Division 1, Squash Josh is Division 2. He is reserving up tonight, giving Division 1 a go. GeForce Nick is Division 1. JF7 is being trialled yet again. He did obviously Division 1 last week. It's got some serious pace. Just want to see how he he goes again. Campbell Adams is also a Division 1 driver. Dido is a Division 2 driver. And we've then got Chandler's, the reigning champion from last season, is Division 1 driver. Aiden's Raiden is being trialled in Division 1 as well. And we've also got Fraser Clegg and Keith, who are both Division 1 drivers.
So yeah, not too bad of a grid. Yeah, we have 10 drivers, but it is an evaluation race, so you don't have to make all of them. It's more of a, do I want to make this one, or do I want to make, is it Melbourne or Singapore next week?
Yeah, basically. 2 more left to go. Austria next week, and then Singapore.
Oh, yeah.
So two great tracks.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's Austria normal, not reverse.
Yes, it is normal.
Okay.
It is normal.
That'd be good. But yeah, we've just seen Campbell Adams get the fastest lap so far with the 1:07.143 in the good Mercedes car. I'll be honest, every car looks good on the grid except for Mercedes, but Mercedes has a good people behind it. And maybe Campbell stays, maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Obviously, there is some very interesting drivers in here. There's obviously a few drivers that aren't here this weekend that may be back for next week. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we do know that Division 1 drivers are difficult to get hold of, difficult to get on the race unless it's not a race or a league race and practice. They're not really interested. So, good to see 10 drivers giving it a go here at Brazil. 4 guys currently, Vettel, in the 7s at the moment.
That is very quick. And I know I've been moved up a few divisions, but I'm nowhere near that pace. And these guys' pace, these are very quick. As I'm just seeing a JDI Mr. Thunder. He got very close to Chandler's, who's now boxing. I think there was a little bit of contact between that. That was very close. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got damaged. But overall, we are seeing almost everyone. There's 3 drivers that haven't set a lap yet. There's one of them, which is Aiden Israden, who invalidated on his lap, and since he's burning, I'm assuming he's going back into the pits. We've got Dino, who's about to start a lap, so do you want to take us on board with that, SJ?
Yep, sure thing. Coming down the main straight, ready to go. Here we go. So, burning the DRS going into the first corner. This is the corner you've got to be very careful of. Easy to invalidate and easy to lose the back end at. You need to take it quite tight, get onto the curb, push over to the right, then get onto the curb. Go too far there. As you can see, a little bit of a wiggle there, but good job so far. Then he gets onto the second part of the DRS, down the main straight. Obviously, hope this car moves out the way. Lovely to see. Then it comes down here. Elevation on this track does change, goes from left to right very quickly. Now he's going uphill all the way round onto the corner here, very nicely, very quick here so far. And then going into the next couple of corners into Sector 2. And I'll let you take over for the time being, Vettel. Sorry.
No worries. So he's on 68% battery, so that's, I think, enough to burn it down the main straight, which is approaching now, coming down to the second last turn. He gets the turn in right, hits the apex well, just misses the curb, which is the right thing to do. It's a very bouncy curb, very airborne type of turn, but we're burning it now. DRS open, 20% battery, keeping it all out, and he will get a 1:08.289, which will get him into P7. Not the place Dido was looking for, but it's still very good.
Yes, not the best, 1:08.289 for the time being, and then obviously a 1:08.045, so 2 tenths difference between Dido and JF7 at the moment.
Yeah, it is not too far apart. And we are seeing, who is this? There is Josh, who is in none, and we've also got GeForce Nick, who's in none. But JDI Mr. Thunder and GeForce Nick got pretty close to each other. But they're all going on out laps, about to start a new lap or coming into the pits. There's not much going on the track right now.
Sorry, I'm just a few messages coming through.
Alright, we are seeing JDI Mr. Thunder, who is on a lap. He's going medium through the sector 2 parts, going the right-hander. A few seasons ago, I threw it into that curve and smashed the car up. Luckily, I brought it home. I think it was P4, season 7, which was a very good race. My teammate won it, lost the first. Coming through the hard right-handers now, he's doing not too bad. We've also got a car right behind him that is Aiden is Raiden. He's about to start a lap. He might get the tow from JDI Mr. Thunder in a few seconds, but we have JDI Mr. Thunder burning all the battery in the hot lap mode. Main straight now, passing the pit lane. DRS is open. What will he get? It looks like he'll get a 108 or 109, 108.311. Puts him into P6. So he did not improve, but it's still, I think that'd be on old hards. He's done 4 laps in total, so I think he'd come into the box and get new tyres out.
Yeah, some very, very good times here. 107.1 at the moment, or 107.3 for Chandler's, a 107.5 and a 107.6 for Squash Josh. Where is that pace coming from? That's pretty impressive. A 10th off Jono. So we'll have to see how he goes in the race. This is going to be very interesting to see that Squash Josh could be in a different division for next season.
Yes, Josh is a very quick and consistent driver. He's been with Red Bull for a few seasons, I believe, and he's one of the most consistent blokes I know. He's got a great sense of humour. He's a great person, and who knows, maybe he is.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Cameron Adams doing a 106.8. So he's saying that he doesn't have any pace here. Rubbish is the question on that. 106.8 is very impressive. Is anyone going to get in the 106s in this qualifying with 5 minutes to go? And I'll be back in a second. I'll jump on board. Fraser Clegg for a flying lap because he's going to probably about to do one. So over to you.
Okay, we have got Fraser Clegg in the V-Carb, number 37, and I thought he was about to go to the pits. Hot lap mode engaged. He doesn't burn any much battery, but we're coming into turn 1 now. Brakes at a valid point, almost hits the grass on the right-hand side, gets to turn 2, hits the apex, nice. Burning a lot of the battery coming out the exit. Turn 3 now. Here's one of the main straights you can overtake. We just saw, I think that was Jono going to P2 with a 107.182. Coming into turn 4, 5, he's just invalidated. Oh no, that's not good at all. I think he has enough time to come into the pits, maybe get new fresh tyres, or maybe do another lap, but he's still in a hot lap. So I really doubt he's doing anything with these tyres. So yeah, that's not good at all to see. As we are seeing a yellow flag from a Ferrari, which would be Jono, and I think he's out of fuel. That's why. That makes sense. So yeah, we saw Fraser Clegg. He invalidated. Turn 6, I believe this is, and he is coming into the. No, he's not. Why is he burning? He's doing another lap on 3% battery. Excuse me. Why are we doing another lap on 3% battery, mate? You're out of fuel as well, which is the funny. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to ask no questions, get no answers. It's a interesting move. Alright, he's invalidated again. Same turn as well. That's okay.
I'm back, Vettel. Sorry about that.
Fraser Clegg invalidated twice on 2 laps.
Not having the best of nights there, Mr. F1NZ. So 3 minutes to go. He's the only one that hasn't set any times. Obviously, may have not done a practice. We'll have to wait and see. Some impressive times there, though. Jono doing a 107.1, 2, 3 attempts off Campbell Adams with a 106.812 at the moment. Chandler's in that P3 position with a 107.343. Squash Josh with 107.6. 107 for GeForce Nick. Keithy 108 flat, so I think he can push into the 107s. JS7 a 108 flat as well. I reckon he can push into the 107s. Aiden is Raiden is a 108.237, and Dido is a 108.289. So can we see P6 all the way down to P10 getting into the 107s? Even the late 107s?
Don't know. It's a tough call, you know. Track temperatures, things like fresh tires. We're seeing a lot of drivers actually coming out now. We've just seen Campbell, Chandler's, Josh, Dito's out on the track right now. We're seeing GeForce Nick come out. Aiden's Raiden's coming out. Fraser Clegg is not coming out. Neither is Aiden's Raiden's coming out now. Keith is not coming out either. Nope, Keith just left as I said that. So, so there's a lot of cars on track now to get their final laps on. We're seeing a stuck... Oh, I thought that was a beach Dito. No, it's just a Dito holding up, letting everyone through. I don't think he doesn't have enough time to do another lap on fresh. He has to do it on these tyres. He seems to have enough fuel. So, yeah, I think that a few of the drivers will be creating gaps, trying not to impede each other, but maybe the tow is worth it, especially on that main straight, the pit lane straight.
Yeah, looking very interesting at the moment. Is anyone going to get close to Campbell Adams' time, and are we going to see the rest of these guys in the 107s? You know, there's only 4 guys to get in the 107s, which is going to make this grid very interesting. Going into this race, because Keithy, Aiden and Fraser are the only ones that need to be 107s, and we've got every single driver in the 107s in Division 1.
That's a very cool achievement. We're seeing Aiden Raiden get past the Ferrari of GeForce Nick. GeForce Nick has invalidated, so he's going to stay in the 107s 923. That's not great. It's good enough, I think. I think he'll stay P7, maybe P8. We're seeing a an Aston Martin come off the track. That would be JDI Mr. Thunder. So he's going to stay P5 now. Aiden Raiden's actually doing not too bad. He's overtaken a few drivers in qualifying. Going through the right-handers now. The hard braking. He's got enough battery, about 60%. He's burning enough. Dito has finished his lap P6 he will take, maybe lower. Coming down to the main straight now, we've got the Alpine of Chandler's, the first one to finish. He is burning it all. Will he get... He looks like to be in 107s. 107.277 gets P3. We have got... Who's next? Another Alpine of Aiden's Raiden gets P5. Then the Red Bull of Squash Josh finishes his lap. He does not improve. And now we've got a Mercedes of Campbell Adams. 106.720. What a lap from him.
Impressive, very impressive there. Keithy coming across the line, puts it into the 107s. Fraser Clegg, do we get everyone into the 107s? Campbell Adams goes first. Yes, we do. Look at that. Everyone in the 107s. Look at that. Campbell obviously had to make it difficult for everyone else, but there we go. 106.720. Campbell taking pole position. Jono 107.101 in P2. Chalmers with a P3 of 107.277. Then Squash Josh in fourth with 107.4. 107.4 for Fraser. 107.7 for Keithy. 107.7 for Aiden. 107.9 for JF7, 107.9 for Dito, and 107.9 for GeForce Nick. Look how close the bottom 3 are. Wow. That is, that's impressive.
A very close fight. It'll be a very close fight, even if it's for P8. You know, it's still close enough. So, talk us through what was your thoughts on that qualifying, SJ?
Um, it was interesting. Obviously, Campbell Adams was obviously showing his pace that he's got it still, and it's never going to leave him. Yeah, that's interesting to see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how everyone else goes from P2 down. But Campbell Adams is obviously definitely showing what he's got.
Yeah, and we are aware that Campbell Adams makes very, very quick setups, so he's definitely got that behind him, and that's another how do I say it? Another advantage he has. But here we go. No, formation lap. Forgot about that. So
Yeah.
we can talk into more. So yeah, Campbell will be on pole. He's very quick. How do I word this in the best way possible? I bet you one of the fastest in the Southern Hemisphere. I wouldn't say, I don't know if he is but he's definitely one of them. He's very quick.
Yeah, he is. It's a very interesting situation. That can he be beaten? That's the question. Yeah.
Alright, on tyres, we've got the top 5 all on the mediums. We have got Keith, Aiden's Raiden, and on the hards, and JDI Mr. Thunder on the hards. We've got Dito in P9, he's on the mediums, and GeForce Nick is on the hards. So, a good mix. I think it's about 6 people on mediums, 4 people on hards. So, different strategies. You basically want to copy whoever's in front of you, really. If you're on mediums, this person in front of you's on mediums, you box when they box, type thing. Maybe you change strategy here and there. Maybe an undercut, overcut. I don't know about this track. What's better? I think the undercut is better. I believe so. Do you want to take us through lap 1 in a second, SJ?
Yep, sure thing, we'll do. We've got a few guys on the hards, a few guys on the mediums, P1 all the way down to P5 on the mediums, Keithy down to P8 on the hards, and then obviously Dido on the mediums and then on the hards. So here we go, formation lap done and dusted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are away for the second evaluation race for Division 1, going into turn number 1, and Campbell Adams takes it very nicely there. Jono into P2. We've got the Alpine making a move there on Squash Josh up into P3. Squash Josh staying in behind, everyone keeping very close, everyone very close still. Good start there from Division 1. Campbell Adams, though, is having pressure from Jono. He is really putting the pressure on Campbell Adams going into the first lap. 1.5 tenths. Let's jump on board with Jono. We've also got then Chandler's, then Squash Josh, Finns, Keithy, JF7, Aiden's Raiden, Dido, and GeForce Nick down there in P10. What a start that was going into the first couple of corners. Jono still putting the pressure on Campbell. Just needs to stay with him now, Vettel, till lap 2 on the DRS.
Yep, the DRS is insanely powerful on this track. So we've seen only one position change so far, and that was between JDI Mr. Thunder and Aiden is Vader, and got the overtake done. But overall, it's going to be a very DRS train track race. It's going to be very single file. There might be an overtake here and there, but it's going to be very clean.
Yeah, a great start there for Campbell Adams. 112.955 there with the time, and he's got Jono still on his tail, 5.5 tenths, but Campbell is pulling away. He's got serious pace in that Mercedes, but Chandler's is putting the pressure on, and what a battle we are going to see here, Vettel. Jono and Chandler's, the defending champion versus the runner-up. Who is going to come out on the best one? Because Chandler's has definitely shown that he has improved so much over the last few seasons, and he's going to have a battle on his hands. Jono is, with Chandler's right behind him.
Yeah, two big rivals, especially last season, came down to the wire. Came down to the last race. That's always good to see. We did see Chandler's take it home. Very good for Alpine. But yeah, Campbell is leading the race by half a second now. DRS is in place, so there might be a bit of a change by turn 1. I don't think there'll be any position change, but definitely time change in the gaps. There's not many people that are insanely close other than Chandler's and Jono. Maybe Jono and Campbell. They get very close. Jono might keep the move single file. He won't make the move yet. But Campbell he's changing his ERS mode very quickly. Once Jono might actually get the move done. He's on hot lap. He's changed it to none. He's changed it a lot. Chandler's is on 13% almost, so he might be keeping it single file and just save a bit of battery. We got Squash Josh who's on 6% battery, Fraser who's on 24, Keith on 11, JDI Thunder. So they're all very low, and we're seeing yellow flags.
Chandler's has made a mistake, dropped down into P5, lost that P3 spot. He's lost a couple of spots now, so he's made a mistake there, and that's put himself into P5 on those medium tyres, same as everyone from P1 down to P5. He's going to come under pressure now on the hards with Keefe, JF7, Aiden's, Raiden, Dido, and G-Force Nick right behind. So a mistake there for Chandler's, and that's cost him 2 spots.
Yep. Those early race mistakes can cost you massively later down the line. In the words of my sort of championship rival, Manny Au, he said that when I disconnected on Portugal, he said that can really hurt you down the line. It didn't. But it's still good to note that. And yeah, it's going to be those mistakes that can cost you. So he's going to be bouncing back and trying to figure something out, but we're seeing Fraser Clegg get the move done on Squash Josh. Josh keeps it medium on 10% battery, so they're burning a lot of battery this race. It's all about who can lead. It's all about track position. It's not really about who's on a better tyre. It's all track position.
Yeah, you can definitely tell, and this has got nothing against him at all, and he's done a great job. They both are, obviously Squash Josh and Dido, obviously Division 2 drivers. You can definitely tell that the tiers, the divisions are different. You know, you've got Jono and Campbell staying on the DRS. Squash Josh, before was overtaken from Fraser Clegg, was 1.7 seconds behind. So there you go. There's the difference between the two divisions. You know, they can keep that gap. Josh has lost that gap very, very quickly. He's gained the gap to Fraser, but Fraser, let's see how quick he can pull in that gap on Jono. It's 2.3 seconds, so it's a big gap already to have. And now it's basically switching up the DRS because Josh is going to stay with him. He's 3.5 tenths behind. He's got Chandler's following very closely as well, but Chandler's is also bringing Keithy, JS7, Aiden Raven, G-Force, and Dido. And the best thing is, right, all of these guys, apart from the top 2, are all in the DRS. Sorry, P3, down.
Yeah,
all in the
it's
DRS.
a single file train race. A single file train race, that's what it's going to be. And you know what, those races are sometimes the best ones. You know, I'm watching these like really really competitive races in other leagues, and this is what it is. It's all single file. They'll make a move when it's 100% possible, not is it possible. Like the occasional 1 or 2 iffy overtakes, and then there'll be the, you know, like right now, Squash Josh, if he was a bit closer with DRS, which he does have DRS, but a lot more ERS and a bit closer, 100% overtake. You know, you got the whole main straight, which is a very long main straight, on top of the car ahead not having DRS. So it's one of those races, it's one of those tracks where it is all single file. You can't, other than the straights, you can't go too wide.
Yeah, and I also think, obviously, substituting mistakes. Making a mistake in Division 1 is crucial. You know, you make a mistake, your race could be over. Making a mistake in the lower divisions, you've got more of an opportunity to try and gain that position back. Here, I think is a lot more difficult. Division 1 and Division 2, I think you're going to struggle. You make a mistake, I think, you know, unless something drastically happens, I think the race is over. But then when you're going down from Division 3, 4, 5, and 6, when you make those mistakes, you're normally 9 times out of 10, you can actually make that position back. And that the concentration levels have to be spot on the higher you are in the division.
Yeah, that's the thing that goes up with tiers. It's not only your pace, it's your awareness, it's your your concentration. Can you say right now, SJ, would you race 100% Saudi, 100% Monaco race right now and win it?
No, but you know that for a fact.
I know. But
I'd like to, in my dreams.
Willing to. Well, Monaco's on the calendar. Who knows?
It is. I'm not. To be honest with you, if any DPs are listening in, don't put all your eggs in the basket with me, because the first 3 rounds, not my fan favourites, unfortunately. So, I'll try and score your points, but don't count on any wins. Like Jeddah, Monaco, Qatar, Baku, and Singapore. Are you serious? That's like the worst start that anyone would want.
That's just all luck, no skill.
I'll keep to commentating.
It's got to be lucky on the calendar and on the damage and safety cars and rain. Just if that goes in your favour, winner, chicken dinner.
I feel good. I do feel good. I felt very good at Bahrain. I'm feeling good for Brazil. I don't know if I'm feeling good for Division 4 again, but I'll try. But I am enjoying it. I think the game is great. It suits my driving at the moment. But we've got a battle going on here. Squash Josh and Keithy and Chandler's all going at it. But we saw early on there, a little bit of drama going on there. Keithy doesn't know which way to go, left, right, or behind. He's also got to look behind him as well, because he's got Aiden is Raiden on his tails. Squash Josh loses that position to Chandler's. Chandler's back into P4. Fraser Clay hasn't seemed to make any time up on Jono, but has made time up on Chandler's. 1.2 seconds out in front. He's trying to pull in that DRS gap. Jono getting that penalty, and that will be the key. We've got a drama here as the yellow flag's going, and that may have been Dido having a little bit of a spin. He has definitely had a mishap there, because he's now 5.5 seconds behind G-Force Nick. So that just gives you the difference between the traction that these guys are running tonight. So so far so good though. But a great battle that we're seeing here between Keithy, Aiden, JF7, who is right on the tails of Aiden as Raiden. Is he going to make the move? That's going to be the question going into turn 1. 39% against Aiden's 28. He's got more battery. He decides to change his positions there, and he doesn't get the job done, as we see Chandler's getting a 10-second for speed in the pit lane. That's something that's definitely you're going to have to improve, especially going into league races. But Chandler's has decided to call it lap 9 in Brazil. Interesting. I would have gone a little bit longer.
Nah, I think mediums are a bit hard on this track. You know, you could have probably went a few laps later, but I think I would appear around lap 8, lap 9. Going into this big battle between Squash Josh, Keith, Aiden is Raiden. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Keith, Aiden is Raiden, and JDI Mr. Thunder. We are seeing who's this. Keith and Squash Josh side by side going into the main straight now. DRS will be open for Keith. Can he get the move done? Goes right side of the track. Excuse me. He gets the move done. Going very close. Can actually Aiden is Raiden and JDI Mr. Thunder go through. JDI Mr. Thunder is on the inside. Will this go? He gets track limit warning for that. He does cut the corner a little bit. But again, back to single file.
Yeah, some great racing here between Josh, JF7, Keithy, and Aiden as Raiden as well. And good to see as well, because Squash Josh is really giving it a go from Division 3 last season up to Division 2 this season so far, and also having a go in Division 1. So props to him. He's doing a great job in that P5 spot. No pins, keeping the gap. Losing a little bit of time, though, to those guys in front. But he's got 2 guys very quick behind him, in JF7 and and Aiden's Raiden on different tyre strategies as well. So they are looking to be the quicker car now on those mediums, as Squash Josh is going to go side by side with JF7. JF7 goes round the outside. Does he get the job done? Squash Josh makes a bit of a mistake there, and then he goes for the switch. JF7 goes round the outside. He's going to get the DRS. He's got the job done. Thank you very much. Squash Josh is going to come back at him, though. He's going to go on the right-hand side, but look at this. Aiden's Raiden is on the left-hand side. We've got 3 wide down the main straight. Aiden's Raiden that made that look too easy, and JF7 actually lost out there, got the job done, then lost the position again. So Squash Josh put on a great defence in that Red Bull tonight.
Squash Josh is such a good driver. He knew when to back out, and he knew when to attack, and knew to defend. Great racing. As for the overtake with Aiden's Raiden, that was all awareness and luck. He guessed if he was going to go left or right. He went right, then quickly went left-hand side of the circuit, got the double overtake, and did the good old through goes Hamilton.
Yep, fantastic. Great bit of racing here. Real good bit of racing. Going up to the front, though. Jono in that P2 position. Campbell Adams in that P1 position. Yeah, at the moment, Campbell Adams is going to win this race due to that pen, but anything can happen. He could get a penalty. Jono is sticking with him. They've both all done 10 laps. Fraser Clegg is in the 10 laps as well, as Campbell Adams is into the pits. Jono is into the pits. Fraser is into the pits as well. Keithy is going to continue. He is going to take the lead of this race. We're also then going to have Aiden's Raiden taking P2, JF7 taking P3, G4 Snick taking P4, Squash Josh taking P5, going an extra lap on those mediums. So he is obviously definitely using his tyres better than the rest of the guys. Interesting to see as well some of these strategies that we're seeing pulling in from the mediums. These guys going in on lap 9, Josh pushing them to lap 11. And it was something very similar in Bahrain, wasn't it? Few people decided to start on the hards, but got absolutely steamrolled because they just weren't up to temperature quick enough. And I don't know if you've seen on this game, the soft tyres when you come out of the pits, they are so quick. It is unbelievable. Like, I gapped a driver by 3 seconds in 3 corners.
Yeah.
Just tell you how quick the softs are. So is Josh pushing the mediums, or is he just testing to see what they can do you think?
I reckon for the first few laps he'd be pushing, trying to get a few back into the DRS of G-Force, as well as trying to get a few overtakes done. Oh no, he's boxing.
Yeah, okay.
And he gets 10 seconds.
Well, that will not help him, unfortunately. It's a learning curve, but he has decided to push 12 laps. So he will go to the end. Everyone else will go to the end. And yeah, Keefe at the moment has got a 1.6 second gap to JF7 in that P2, but JF7's got Aiden's Raiden for company at the moment, and let's have a little bit of a shout out for Aiden's Raiden. Remainder of the last season, wanted to play F1 24 and not play this game because he was fantastic. He was on such hot form, but this guy looks like he's going to be able to take it to Division 1 this season.
Yeah, he is a very quick driver. I DM'd him a few days ago saying you want to not drive for Mercedes, but, are you still racing? And he said I might be getting kept by Alpine. And I can't promise anything, it's a draft, but I said, are you willing to drive for me? Anyway, he said I might be getting kept by Alpine, so respectfully, no. Not in those words, he didn't say it in those words, but yeah, so he might be who's the Alpine TP? It's Terrence. Yep, Terrence is if he's keeping these 2 boys of Chandler and Aiden's Raiden, that is a very quick lineup. Yes, it is, and I'm going to go away from Aiden's Raiden, who looks like to get the move done on JF7, around the outside, gets the move done, gets onto the curb. JF7 is going to stay with him on the left. They're going to go side by side up the hill. This is a place you do not want to go side by side unless you can do it. They're still going to go side by side. They're going to go side by side, and the next JF7 has a little bit of a wobble there on the Aston. This is great driving here. This is what we want to see. The Aston and the Alpine going at it, that sexy blue and pink and that lovely dark
dark green colour. They're still going at it side by side. They're going the long distance. Definitely respect each other on track. As you can see, they're still going side by side. We're not going to see them going side by side all the way till the end. Yes, we are. It looks like we are going to see this. And they're still going side by side. G4 Snicker's got a great angle at this. And Aiden as Raiden is in P2. But JF7 is going to get the DRS. Is he going to get the move done? No, they're going into the pits. That was a great bit of action. Oh, and there you go. That is what you've got to get right in the pits. And JF7 has gone straight into the back of him. And Aiden as Raiden's lost it. Great bit of racing there, but we're going to go away from that, and I'm going to jump on board with you as the TP of Mercedes. You've got, obviously, a lot of pressure on your hands. Obviously, last season, won it. Very, very well done to the whole team and also Pep. This season, different game, different dynamics. What are you looking at as a TP to fill your team this season across all 6 divisions?
As a TP, I want drivers. You think? But
yeah, that's the most obvious thing, Vettel.
Yeah, but I want communication. I think that's the best way to put it. You know, if you're not going to race, if say I can't make a race on the middle of September, all right? Tell me now. If you know you're not going to make it, tell me now. Like, that's what we were doing in Mercedes. I knew that I was, even if, say, it was Mexico and the double header, I knew I could make it, just not, I was out all weekend, so I couldn't practice for it. So I told Pep, he goes, yep, no worries. If you feel on Monday, you know, you're not right, I'll get you a reserve. No worries. But yeah, communication is the best way to put it. I think I want a team that, if there is something up, I want you to tell me. If there is, say, I don't know, a driver or someone on the grid that's not behaving well on track, tell me. I'll sort something out. I just want a team that can communicate well and a team that can work well together.
Okay, good answers. So all about communication in the Mercedes this season. It doesn't all about being fast, just communication and scoring points.
I honestly, and I'll tell you right now, you can quote me on this, I don't mind if I finish last. As we're saying, stop you there, Squash Josh and Dito have a spun. That is not great at all. I just saw that on the right-hand side of my screen. They just locked up on each other and just spun. That's not great, like he didn't cause anyone else damage.
Oh,
as
he's
Dito
gone
again. And you know, I bet you Josh got illegal for that. I reckon he did.
Yeah, and I think that's Dito's race over. I think he's got extreme diffuser damage to that Williams. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, good answer.
Quote me on this.
Good answer.
If I don't mind if I finish last, I don't mind if my team finishes last in overalls, as long as we work together. And I don't say we want to not have drama, but I just want to stay out of drama. There is no need for it. Like, you can definitely put it into a ticket, say something, but there's no need to put it in general chat or something petty, you know?
Yep, good answer. You got someone in the chat. There you go, Dito has retired. He's got major diffuser damage. That's unfortunate. 17 laps though, good effort there from Dito. Cruz saying he's got I've got good communication, Vettel. So, yeah, there you go. Someone to look out for there, Vettel. What do you think you're going to see tomorrow night in Division 2?
Probably Squash Josh again. I'd assume so. Maybe he's Div 1 now. Who knows? But we're going to see
no,
more
I'm going to say no, unfortunately. Love you, Josh, but no.
Oh. Can't lose there, but no, we're going to see even more, probably a fuller grid than today, but we're going to see speed, we're going to see, I reckon, how do I word this right, more danger, more risky overtakes in a clean way. No stupid overtakes, just risky overtakes.
Yep, well, I think this is the Vettel show at the moment, because you've got another guy coming in saying you're going to get plenty of communication from me, Vettel, but can't promise many points. I have to see what division I end up in. And then Flabber is saying it is all about the points. So you've got a fan club, Vettel, that people want to drive for Mercedes. Good to see, great car. Obviously, they won the overalls last season, won a lot of championships last season. Can they do the same in Season 9? We'll have to wait and see in a while. We've got quite a way to go yet before our season starts, so feel free to jump in. Remember, jump in on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The biggest one obviously is our Discord. If you want to sign up, full-time seat, reserve seat, comms, steward, any role, then feel free to jump on board. Big up to all of our sponsors as well: Pagnium, SimLab, AO369, and our new affiliate sponsor, affiliate this season, is SRC. Feel free to jump on board and use the code. They've got their setups in. It's Rush09. So if you want to get involved in SRC setups, then feel free to use their code. Going to be an exciting season, Vettel, from what we've seen in the 2 evaluation races. But this man, yet again, Campbell Adams, just insane. Just cannot be beaten. Is there anyone out there at the moment that is as good as this guy?
Good old Jano Otmir, heard of him?
He's not Australian.
Bet you he's raced in Australia, in the game. Close enough, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about this man. Is there anyone out there that can beat this man?
Nah. Unless, let's just say Campbell's wheel disconnects and he gets rear wing damage and a few punctures. Don't think there'll be a stopper.
Be very interesting to see what this man decides to do, if he takes that full-time seat or he does as a reserve. We'll have to look in and see what happens. But we'll go over Jono. Jono, obviously got a point to prove this season with Chandler's. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a point to prove in Div 1. We've got, I reckon it'll be a 4-way fight. Maybe 5-way fight. You got Campbell, you got Jono, you got Chandler's, Keith, I think Kalki, he'll be in there. Maybe a few other drivers, but Div 1 will definitely have a very competitive, very quick, and very strong grid.
Okay, all right. We'll go over to our next one in P3, F1NZ, known as Fraser Clegg, which is known as Finns. Took last season out. He's obviously just been overtaken by Chandler's now. A guy that put it to Campbell for quite some time, but then pulled away at the end. Got too many P2s, not enough P2s turning into P1s. How do you think F1NZ is going to go this season?
I don't know. He seems very quick being P3 right now and no penalties, but I don't know much about this as driver, but we're seeing a very quick battle between G-Force and Aiden is Raiden. They're very close from each other, so you want to take us on board for that?
Yep, sure thing. I will indeed. No, they've actually pulled away. No?
Oh, yep. Whoopsie,
We'll
I thought I was going to do another side-by-side battle.
Okay, we'll go back to this person, Chandler's, defending champion. Can he do the double? Is he going to come under extreme pressure from the rest of these guys? Does he need a little bit more time?
Don't know, it's evaluation races, it's hard to tell, but we're seeing Chandler's overtake Fraser Clegg down to turn 1, actually make a bit of contact. I think Fraser hit the grass a bit. Coming down out of turn 2, turn 3 now. DRS will be open for the V-Carb, and he has almost double the battery of Chandler's, so there'll definitely not be a move done, or it might be a move. They'll be battling through the turn 5 now. They are very close side by side the whole way through. Coming down to the right-handers, this straight is very close. They are side by side. This might not end well if Chandler's turns in too early. They keep it stick by side. Hard braking now, go single file. And I think it's settled now for another few sectors.
I'll tell you something, man. I am so excited to see these guys racing against each other in a league race. It is going to be insane. Like, you know, it just so how clean, how nice, just that bit of driving there. You know, giving each other space, absolutely fantastic. Going to be fantastic to see. All right, we'll go over to P5. Keithy, I've been told hasn't lost a race in other leagues, but unfortunately is not winning here. He has got a point to prove. I think the biggest question mark is he staying with Kick? That's going to be the biggest question mark. What do you think about Keithy going into this season?
Very quick driver. I know before the race started, when we were setting the lobby up, he said, "Can I drive for Mercedes?" And I said, "We'll see," because I can't promise anything. I don't want to make false promises, because that's what gives you reputations down. And oh gosh, we're just seeing JDI. No, we're seeing Fraser and who's that? Fraser and Chandler's have a massive snap. Fraser just turned in a bit too early, and they both went onto the grass. They recovered well, but the tires would be in so much pain. I haven't seen that before. They actually recovered so well and so quickly. It was like you never noticed.
Yep, okay, all right, all good. JF7, if he does make it into Division 1, how do you think the Aston Martin driver's going to go?
JF7 is a very quick driver, very consistent. All the Div 2 races I commentated, he did very well, so maybe it's a commentator luck. But yeah, I think he's either low Div 1 or high Div 2 pace. We'll see what division he's in, but either way, he is a deserved racer.
Okay, and then we'll go over to the other Alpine driver as Aiden as Raiden. We did have a little bit of a chat regarding him. How do you think he's going to go?
He's going to do very well, no matter what division he is in. I remember, who was it? I asked Edge, who's the most consistent driver you reckon, and who's the driver I could consider for my first draft pick. He said Aiden's Raiden. So he's got a good name to himself. And I believe he's staying with Alpine, and even if he is not, he'll be picked before it's my draft pick. So whatever team he goes to, it'll be very good, and I'm looking forward to seeing him back on track.
Okay, all good. And the last driver will go over to GeForce Nick. Absolutely dominated in the start of Rush history earlier on. Hasn't really played the game much, but does get involved. Longest serving member in the whole Rush community. GeForce Nick, what's your thoughts? Think he's going to be a surprise? What do you think?
He is I think he's going to be a surprise. He's quick. He's on the last lap now, but yeah, he's a very quick driver. He hasn't responded to my DM yet, so you know what? He's on my bad books. But no, it's alright. He's a good driver. He's a good bloke, and whatever division he's in, he's a very well deserved. And hopefully, I can see him on the top step of the podium soon.
Okay, nicely done. Well, there you go. There's a little bit of an insight to what we think of some of the drivers killing a bit of time at the moment. We've got Campbell Adams coming around the final corner in his. Did you race in Division 1? In Season 1? I'll have to go back. Campbell Adams takes out the win of the evaluation race. I can't believe you've just followed the Twitch, Crone. That's not good, but all good. There we go. Jono taking P2, gets that 3-second time penalty. Fraser Clegg is going to take that P3 spot away from Chandler's, as Chandler's does have that penalty. Great little battle there between those two right at the end, and Chandler's tries to beat him on track. And you got Keefe going to take that P5. Oh, we've got a battle going on here between Aiden and JF7, but I think there was a pen involved there. GeForce Nick goes from P8 up into P6 with penalties, and then we've also got Squash Josh going to finish on those soft compound tyres. Had a little bit of an incident with Dido earlier on. I think, Crone was the longest serving driver, but we were referring to just the divisions at the moment, Crone. Obviously GeForce Nick, known as Wogboy, has been in Rush for a long, long period of time. Dominated from start to finish earlier on, and then obviously has dipped off a bit. But a great race, Vettel, for some of these guys. Campbell showing us what he is capable of, and good to see some of the other guys, how they got on.
Yeah, it's a very stacked grid. We got a bit of a close matchups. We've seen few incidents, but I think that's one of the lower. Obviously, with the lower attendance, the lower the incidents. So we can call it a very clean race.
Mm.
And I'm sure the drivers are looking forward to Austria next week.
Yep, definitely. It's a great performance there from everyone. Thank you very much for everyone tuning in and watching in. Look at that. It's a clean sweep there for Campbell. Race winner, fastest lap, driver of the day, G-Force Nick. Most overtakes for Squash Josh. Cleanest driver, G-Force Nick as well. I do love this new thing that they've put into the game. Makes it quite exciting. I need to get a screenshot of that nearly every time, hopefully. Right, we go over to the classifications. Campbell Adams taking the fastest lap and pole position and the win. Jono taking P2, Fraser Clegg taking P3, Keefe taking P4 in the end. Aiden as Raiden getting P5, G-Force Nick getting P6, Chandler's P7, JF7 P8, Squash Josh P9, and Dida unfortunately had bad diffuser damage and out of this race. Thank you very much to everyone tuning in. As always, Vettel, once again, thank you very much for jumping in last minute for the comms.
No worries, great to be here. It's always a good division to commentate.
Nicely done. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you more action tomorrow. First up is Division 4. At normal time, which is 5 p.m. back to normal, and then straight after that we're going to have Division 2 at 7:30 p.m. AEST. Do not want to miss the 2 evaluation races. Going to be an exciting night ahead tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the qualifying as well. Don't forget the Austrian Grand Prix is on the qualifying. A bit
Free
late,
practice
so
2 starts in 2 minutes.
Was it 11 o'clock Australian time? Quality time?
Yes, but free practice 3 starts in 2 minutes, so I'll be
There you
jumping
go.
on that.
So if you want 60 minutes of boredom, go and watch that. All good. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great evening, and we will see you tomorrow for more action with Division 2 and Division 4. Good night.